Hey, it's Al Angelo. It's been an amazing day. I can't even begin to tell you. Mike can tell you later on. But hey, so we're back to you here with our Econo Build Spec Miata. Going to change out the front suspension. Yep, I know you've been waiting for it, so here it is, all right? So step number one, take these two bolts off. And when I mean these two, I mean these two right here, all right? Don't take that off, okay? This is what holds the spring and everything together. I've seen the kids do that, man, and the spring come flying out of the car, so don't take that off. I want you guys to live through this process, all right? So we're going to take these two nuts off here. The car is on the ground. This is the best way to start because the suspension is being pushed up and nothing weird is going to happen when I undo these two bolts. So I just got a 14 millimeter right here and a little electric gun. And that's it. See, nothing went boing and came flying out of there. So we'll set those there. All right, now I can lift the car up in the air. So I'm going to go over to here. All right. I know I haven't brought to you a video in a little while. It's been a while. A few days anyways. So it's July, the beginning of July 2022. I'm off for the summer. I got 10 weeks off. Yes, it's amazing. So most of the time I spend shooting the IDPA matches in different states. Mike and I, Camera Mike, we shot the Richmond match this past weekend. He beat me, by the way. He likes to tell everybody, so I'll tell you he beat me. And then spent time salmon fishing out in the ocean. We were in San Francisco Bay yesterday, caught a few king salmon. So that's what we've been doing with the summer, not making videos. All right, we're gonna come over here, we're gonna pull this wheel off. And these are stock lug nuts, so they're 13/16. Oh, Mike. It's hot here in July. And the damn compressor wasn't making enough air to get the wheel off. All right. And I grabbed a different gun. Oh, you better come off. All right. Success, we got the wheel off. All right. Okay, so let's see where we're at. I'm gonna go ahead and lift it up a little bit more. All right, so I need to take off the lower shock bolt and I'm gonna take off this ball joint bolt, all right? And those should be the only two I have to take off. I noticed that the sway bar is already loose, which is okay. I would have done that anyhow. This isn't the right sway bar for this car, so I think the kids took it loose and I said, oh, don't take anything apart. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that lower shock bolt off. And that's a 17. 17 on both sides. Here. Let me know this, get to it from this side. There we go. Okay. Alright, got that off. Okay. And you should just be able to spin it out. There it goes. Okay, set those two right there. Keep my eye on them. All right, lower ball joint nut right here. Looks like somebody tried to, I think the kids started to want to take this apart and I told them, no, don't take it apart. I got to do a video on it. All right, so we'll take that up there. Looks like that nut's already loose. It's a 13/16. Yeah. I think they loosened it. So I'm only going to undo it to there because I've got a choice of whether I can put a pickle fork in here and bust the lower ball joint loose, or as most of us mechanics do it, we hit it right here with a hammer, okay? So we hit it right here as hard as we can. I leave this on so that in case I miss the hammer and it hits up here, I don't ruin the ball joint, all right? So I leave that, you know, I'm off a little bit, but not all the way off. So I'm going to get a big hammer, and I'm going to hit it right there, as hard as I possibly can.
Try to stay out of the way.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's kind of high. Let me lower it a little bit.
Down.
Yeah, bring the car down. All right, try that. Okay. Here we go. All right. So right here, I want to hit it right there. Did I pop it?
Yep.
Okay.
She moved.
All right. So now I can undo that ball joint and I can reuse my ball joint. And it looks like I did hit it, so it was a good thing I had that on there. As I'm getting older, my aim is not as good as it used to be. At least that's what my wife keeps complaining about. All right. Get this undone here. Okay. Some people take the upper control arm off. I don't normally do that. So I'm going to show you how to do it without dealing with that upper control arm. Okay. So I'm going to stick my pry bar. Get a real close look here, Mike. Right here, there's a hole. And I'm sticking my pry bar in that hole so that I can pull down. All right. Mike's going to hold that part. And then I'm going to try to weave this out of the fender well. Like that. Okay. All right. So we got that one out. Now I need to go get the shock. Mike, you entertain them while I go get the new shock absorber.
Floor. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell Nick. He'll be mad.
Okay. We got the new shock. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and drop it in the top right here. Okay. Sometimes we have a problem with this collar fitting through this hole. It's a pretty tight fit, but sometimes we end up having to pry them through there, so don't be surprised if we have to do that. Okay, so I'm going to get, it's got a little safety clip here that holds the bottom of the shock together. And you can let up, Mike, a little bit. A little bit.
Oh, sorry. Too much?
Yeah, because we're stuck on that collar right now.
Yep, collar stuck. So I'll get out of the way again.
Oh, I still got the set screw in there. Okay, I'm going to take the set screw out of the collar. That's kind of hitting the upper control arm. I'll show you what it looks like. You know, I usually just leave them off anyways. It looks like that. Okay, so I'm going to take that off. We're kind of holding it up in there. All right. And then our new shot goes there. I'm going to stick the bolt through like that.
Oh, man.
Like I know what I'm doing. Almost like I've done this before.
At least once.
At least once, yeah. Well, I saw it in the video, somebody else's video. All right, okay. All right, and we went through, good. All right, so this one's going to go. Go ahead and let this, let me get this,
break out of the way.
let me get this out of the way. There, okay, let's go up. All right. And I'm not too concerned with lining up those bolts just yet up there as I am about the bolt joint. So, okay. Oh yeah. Giggity giggity. Okay. All right. Okay. 13/16 wrench. I'm really happy because now it's going back together. The nightmare is over.
It's nice, but everything
All right.
works.
So as I'm tightening this up, if you start to notice that the shaft on the ball joint is spinning, so the nut's not getting any tighter, what you do is you take a screw jack, a floor jack or something, lower the car down, and put all the way to the car up on here, all right? So that it pushes this tapered ball joint into the taper hole so that it stops from spinning. So right now, so far, we're lucky. I don't see it spinning and it's tightening up. I used to try to fit an air gun in here. I guess I could probably fit that little electric gun, but a lot of times the air guns don't fit, and then you got to put a bunch of swivels on them. By the time I get the whole thing, oh, did I see? Okay, so it's spinning. I don't know, Mike, can you zoom in real close right there? See how it's spinning? Okay. It just so happens that I have a screw jack right here, handy, just in case of such an event. Yeah, we don't plan these things out. they just get thrusted upon us. All right. Hey, so if you're doing this at home on jack stands or something, or if you have a lift, if you're lucky to have a lift, when you're lifting this up, make sure that you don't lift it so high that the car comes off the jack stand or the lift, because it's really dangerous, and then the whole damn thing falls on the ground. All right, I can feel a lot of, like I'm supporting some of the weight of the car on here, so I'm going to see if it stops spinning. Okay, we're good. Now that's a trick to keep you alive, because you subscribed. Hey, the channel's doing pretty good. I don't know if you guys noticed. I appreciate those of you that have subscribed. Those of you that haven't subscribed, what the heck's going on with that? Yeah. I promise I won't call you up and ask to extend your car warranty if you do subscribe. Maybe. The other subscribers will tell you that. I don't call them up and try to sell them long distance phone carriers or anything like that. I don't think they do that anymore. All right, are we getting close?
Either that or it's spinning.
Is it still going down, or do I need to put a little more pressure on it? Is it spinning again? It is spinning again. Make sure I don't lift the car off the lift there. Still spinning. Just watching to make sure I don't push the car off the lift and then it lands on Mike.
That would be bad.
New camera people are so hard to find. IT guys, you know, they're a dime a dozen. But a good camera guy, kind of tough to come by. It might still be spinning, Mike. Mike, you hold the car up on your side.
Yeah. Let me hold it up real quick.
Once it bites, then you don't have a problem. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Just so it doesn't fall on Mike's head, I'm going to go ahead and take some of the pressure off. Yeah, the last time, severe damage to the car, I got to tell you. I didn't think we were ever going to replace the pan on that Miata once it fell on Mike's head. All right. Okay, pretty tight on this, and I want to tighten it up till I see the hole all the way through on the castle nut.
There it is. Hole?
Yep, that looks good. Because I'm going to need to put a carter pin in there, which means I'm going to have to go try to find a carter pin. All right, so we're going to come back to that. Okay, so let's go ahead and tighten up that lower ball joint, and I'm going to come back to that carter pin.
Shock mount.
Back to the shock. it's stuck. Okay. Let me go on this side. There we go. All right. Okay. Yep. Take this out. And yes, we're going to come back to that carter pin, but I got to go across the other side of the shop to the box of carter pins to do it. So we'll catch that later. All right. Hey, say hi to Nick. Hey, that's Nick. Say hi, Nick.
Hi, Nick. Are you going to go viral?
Yeah, we're viral, Nick. You're on the camera. We had to squeeze Nick in there. Nick's a great guy. He works here at the school, helps keep things organized. School wouldn't function without Nick.
Gotta put this wheel back on here.
All right. Okay, so I'm getting lined up. I'm going to see if they're poking through.
They're poking through.
Okay. So I could put the wheel back on and drop the whole thing to the ground and put pressure on it, but Mike says they're poking through. So if they're poking through, we're going to net it. And Mike is correct. They are poking through there. So there we go. I'm going to put those on there. Now sometimes because they have these little points right here, it's really hard to tighten them up all the way. But does Al have a secret? Oh yeah. See? It spun it. See how the socket's spinning? I don't get it all the way? Don't put the socket all the way on. You see me do that. So I'll put the socket on, and then I don't push this down all the way. Okay, like that. Okay.
Nice.
The tricks I give you. Pretty soon you guys will be better mechanics than me. Hey, thank you for watching the video. It finally went uneventful. We got the shocks in the front of this. We're going to do the sway bars next. And but we might wait another day because it's hot here in California in July, and I think I want to go salmon fishing. All right, subscribe to my channel. I don't know why you're waiting to do that. You're going to miss all these great videos. Guess you could do a video binge and just spend the whole weekend watching A+ racing videos. And with that, I'll see you at the racetrack. Bye now.